Tonight on NBC, we debut the new primetime magazine show Sunday Night with Megyn Kelly. And Megyn comes out of the gate with an exclusive interview with Russian President Vladimir Putin. And she is here with us this morning. Megyn, good morning. Welcome to the family.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
You've had a busy couple of days.
We're going to kick things off with a bang.
A little back and forth to Russia. I want to ask you first about Vladimir Putin and his posture. Just the way you spent a lot of time with him. You did the forum first. You spent some time privately with him. Then you did the interview. It seemed to a lot of people who were watching your interview and the forum that he was enjoying the chaos that seems to be around the world in Western Europe, but also in the United States. What did it feel like to you?
Well, I'll tell you, I experienced a different man on camera and off camera because we did spend a fair amount of time together, both at the presidential palace the night before. It was a palace at which he stays, and then on camera at the forum and in our one-on-one interview. And it was like two different men. You know, off camera and privately, he, towards me, was warm. He was extremely polite. He inquired after my family. He revealed details about his own family and things that were off the record, but was very personable one-on-one. And then on camera, he was the Russian president that we've all come to know. He was combative, he was defiant, he was feisty, he was fiery, he was on offense on most of the issues, and he was the Vladimir Putin that Russians love to see. You know, he actually likes to be challenged, and I did challenge him, and it led to a couple of very dynamic, almost explosive exchanges.
Well, let's take a little look at the interview that we'll see in full tonight on NBC. And this is the part about Russian interference, potential alleged Russian interference in the American election. Let's take a listen.
You had said for months that Russia had nothing to do with the interference of the American election. And then this week you floated the idea of patriotic hackers doing it. Why the change?
Well, I hadn't said anything. It's just that French journalist asked me about those hackers. I told him the same thing I can tell you. Hackers can be anywhere. They can be in Russia, in Asia, even in America, Latin America. They can even be hackers, by the way, in the United States, who very skillfully and professionally shifted the blame, as we say, onto Russia. Can you imagine something like that? In the midst of a political battle, by some calculations, it was convenient for them to release this information, so they released it, citing Russia. Could you imagine something like that? I can.
So Putin suggesting maybe it was the Americans, and then he went on to say, I understand, that perhaps it was the CIA who was involved in the hacking. You'll see the full interview tonight. Also, an